are prescription drugs cheaper in Europe than the US for Americans? Imagine needing medication and finding out it costs a fraction of what you pay back home. That's often the case in Europe, where prescription drugs tend to be much more affordable for Americans living or traveling there. In Europe, the average price for prescription medications is about 2.7 to 3 times lower than in the United States. This difference applies to both brand-name drugs and generics. For example, a common medication like a cholesterol-lowering drug might cost around $50 in the US but only around $20 in many European countries. The savings can really add up over time, especially for those on long-term treatments. One key reason for these lower prices is how European countries handle drug costs. Many have national or semi-national systems that negotiate directly with pharmaceutical companies. They use their collective buying power to get better prices. The US, on the other hand, usually does not negotiate drug prices for most medications, leading to higher list prices. European healthcare systems also regulate how much insurers and patients pay for drugs. They set reimbursement rates to keep costs manageable. This means that even if a drug is expensive, the amount patients pay out of pocket is often controlled and lower than in the US. In the United States, pharmacy benefit managers act as middlemen. They negotiate rebates and discounts with drug companies, but these savings often do not fully reach the patient. This can result in higher out-of-pocket costs for Americans, even for medications that are cheaper elsewhere. Certain newer drugs, like weight loss medications in the GLP-1 receptor agonist class, show stark differences. For example, a GLP-1 drug might cost over $1,000 in the US but only a few hundred in Europe. For Americans planning to live or retire in Europe, these lower drug prices can mean big savings on health care. Access to medications is generally easier and more affordable in countries with strong public or universal healthcare systems. This can make managing chronic conditions much less stressful financially. However, it's important to remember that drug availability and prices can vary from country to country. Some medications may not be available everywhere, and importing drugs from Europe into the US can be legally complicated. Always check local regulations before bringing medications back home. In short, living or retiring in Europe can offer significant advantages in prescription drug costs. The way European healthcare systems negotiate and regulate prices makes medications more affordable for Americans abroad. This is an important factor to consider when planning your healthcare needs in a new country.